Hello. I'm going to be showing you how to get wallpapers, I guess, that move around and such. Now, I have a specific wallpaper on right now where it's just a black screen when you do this, but when you move around your mouse, and this is all free, by the way, no wallpaper engine, it's just kind of limited to not very much wallpapers, but it's cool to play around with. If someone were like quick enough, they could probably write their name in here. Anyways, so the way that you do it is you're gonna get it off Microsoft Store. I do not recommend getting it off whatchamacallit, a website, their website, just because Windows Defender has a problem with it. But you search lively wallpaper. And then it should just be this one. It is free. And you just open it after you install it, but since I already have it installed, I think it's actually in a thing over here. Yeah, it gets added to your widgets. If it'll open. I just gotta right click it, I guess, and then click open. So I've added a few while I was testing, but they just weren't interactive, and I found this one pretty cool. It should just be the one in the top left, normally if you have not custom ones, but you can add your own. Like, you can see if you can go on the internet and find a cool looping GIF or something that you like. And as long as you have like an app minimized, you can also interact with it. But once you do this, then it kind of like freezes it. And I do recommend that in Task Manager, you find it around here and you set it to efficiency mode so that you can save a little bit of RAM. And if it helps, I think if you can find it in here, you can find the other things, the exe player web video review, and you can also set those to efficiency mode, including this one that doesn't have an icon, the watchdog.exe. But yeah, it's pretty easy. You just gotta find it. You can set your own by hitting this, add wallpaper, and then drag and drop it, or choose a file, which will open to File Explorer. And yeah, but there's also one more thing that I didn't plan to put in this video: translucent TB. If you go to Microsoft Store again, if you'll see how my taskbar is invisible, but when I open something, then it's gone. If the screen weren't black when this thing is gone, then it would still turn black, but you can also change it to do stuff. So if you go to translucent TB, which is taskbar for TB, not tuberculosis. Anyways, but once you install that, you can open it. Oh yeah, it doesn't really have an app, it's just kind of a widget. I forgot. But if you go and right click it, you can change it so that on your desktop it will be normal, opaque, which is just turning it black, blurred so that it's not oh, that actually looks pretty cool. So that it's not completely clear. Acrylic, which I guess is just kind of more blurred. I'm actually gonna use blur. It's pretty cool. And then visible window, you can have it like, since it's still unclear, I think if I just like open something, then it's clear again. But once I minimize this, it goes back to being blurred. So that's how that works. It's pretty easy and quick. I'm actually gonna go back to clear. Just mess around with that. But yeah, pretty easy. You can also change it to open at boot, so that when you open your computer, which I highly suggest that you turn off your computer every now and then, it will open. You can also change it so that if you have something completely open, like I had earlier, then it will be opaque. Like if I do this, so that it'll be clear, I can see that it's frozen since I have something open. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's free. I really like this one, even though I was gonna find something that's blue because all the LEDs and my guitar are blue in my room. But I like this one, just because it's probably gonna distract me when I'm opening something. You can also, if you don't know, if you right click on your just desktop and you hover over view, you can turn on and off desktop icons just to make it look cleaner. There's also a setting in taskbar, if I can find it. I did not plan to put most of this stuff in here. Might be in accessibility. I'll just, I guess, just look up taskbar settings. There was taskbar behaviors. You can do that so that it hides your taskbar. Then you can go over here and hide your mouse, and then you'll just have like a black screen. It'd be pretty cool if you had OLED. But unless you hover over it at the bottom, then you'll have a taskbar. But once you go up here, it closes. Eventually. Right? Right? Yeah. Kind of being weird, but I don't like it just because it's hard to open it. It won't slide up very easily unless you have it like really far down. Normally I just hit it in the middle, like here. Well, now I'm just messing around, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll probably label this video like how to get a clean wallpaper and setup or something. And I think this is just 1080p since I have a 1080p monitor. But yeah, I'll try to make more videos like this.